Hello. You need a lens cleaner? Or...
Is that from Friends? That's from Ross. That's so funny.
Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. I'm Carolina.
And I'm Laura. And today we're going to be doing a different kind of Foodie Friday.
Yeah, so we really wanted you guys to get to know a little bit about our background and why we got into fitness in the first place and why we're sticking to it, what we love about it. That'll help you out if you're starting out in your journey or you're in the middle of your journey or you find yourself in kind of maybe a little plateau. Hopefully these tips are helpful. That's Kirby and Bianca.
Yeah. Growing up, I was a competitive athlete playing soccer and softball, but I was always overweight and I was fit, but it didn't show. So when I entered high school is when I started to notice that I didn't look the way I thought I should.
Did you feel like you got a lot of like peer pressure, like once you got into high school, like at that age to do that, or?
No, I didn't feel peer pressure. I just, like, that's when I started to notice my body as like, look, I wanted it to look a certain way.
Yeah.
And it didn't. Fast forward to sophomore year, I decided to take it into my own hands and I bought a book on nutrition and I bought a book on exercise. So even though I was playing sports, I needed to do more because it clearly wasn't enough. I taught myself how to eat properly by essentially counting macros, but I think at the time it was more so counting calories and carbohydrates. And then I started going to the gym and working out. And I lost 25 pounds over 3 months. And it was like, I felt like a whole new person. And that was really exciting.
Yeah.
And that's where it started. And the first time that you like stick to a plan and try to change your body is the easiest time to do it, if that makes any sense. Mm-hmm. Because your body isn't used to losing a few pounds, then gaining it back, and then losing a few pounds and gaining it back. So if this is the beginning of your fitness journey, make it a lifestyle change because going through yo-yos is just going to get harder and harder every single time. Yeah, which I've definitely done a little bit of. So that was the start of my fitness journey. So after I lost 25 pounds and I felt amazing, I inspired some friends to lose weight and just kind of change their eating styles and start working out and all that stuff, which was really exciting for me. And I found a passion for wanting to help other people be a better version of themselves through diet and exercise. And so going into college, I knew that I wanted to get my degree in exercise physiology, which I'm still so happy I did. And from there, I have started a career and maintained a career in personal training. So that's my story in a nutshell.
My story is a little bit different. I was definitely the person that's always yo-yoed. I've tried several different diets. Some worked better than others. I still found I'm the example that everyone gives in the fitness industry where it's like if you don't make it a lifestyle, you'll just gain all the weight back and then some. I got like my thinnest at the end of high school, so 2006, 2007. I was happy because I was skinny. It wasn't sustainable in that I was still eating everything. I wasn't keto then, but I was still eating everything as I normally was. But I was only using dance or like aerobic exercise as a way to sustain my body. And unfortunately, it just wasn't possible because as the years progressed from high school, my exercise regime changed. And I could no longer keep up the caloric expenditure that I was previously used to. So that shifted and then up went my weight. So then throughout I feel like every other year or every 2 years, I would just yo-yo back up in weight. I would go down a little bit and then come back up and down a little bit and then back up. That's a little bit of my background. The catalyst for where I am at now and where I've been the last year and a half is I got married. And I was like, okay, I need to get fit. I need to look good. I need to do this for myself, and I want it for like the long haul. The pictures last forever, so I was like, we got to do this. That kind of just launched me into this whole world of weightlifting. Because seriously, before July 28th, 2018, I never weightlifted, ever. Seriously, least athletic person in the world, right here. It's never weightlifted. Seriously. We've been best friends for I don't even know how long, and it's no joke.
Yeah.
So that changed my life. That day completely changed my life. When I set out to kind of lose weight, which was my main goal, I was looking for something that was ultimately sustainable. I really didn't want to yo-yo back, but my number one goal was to lose body fat. Like I wanted to lose body fat. I think I was at 180 something pounds, which is the heaviest I've ever been. I really wanted to be down a significant amount. I had enough time to do it gradually.
Yeah.
Like I can do this. So I started looking into everything. I knew I couldn't go back to dance because it just wasn't sustainable. I started going to Zumba with my mom, which I love to do. And I knew I wanted to still incorporate dance. But then I was like, okay, everyone and their mother keeps talking about weightlifting. Mm-hmm. I feel like everywhere I turned, everyone was like, weightlifting. I was like, okay, I can barely lift a 5-pound dumbbell, but sure, let's do this. I enlisted the help of this one. And I was like, okay, I need what's called a workout split. Yeah. And Laura was like, okay, how many days are you training legs? What are you doing upper body wise? What are your cardio? What are you doing for cardio? I was like, whoa. So she created my first ever workout split. I remember I hit that workout split to the T for 3 months.
Ah, that's so cool.
I was like, 12 weeks, I have to do it for 12 weeks. And that incorporated with diet, you have to get your diet in check first. So after I already had that part, it was the gym that I wanted to incorporate. So I did that for 12 weeks. And that's when I started to notice the benefits of strength training and resistance training.
Yeah.
For the first time in my entire life, okay, this is huge. This is a huge difference. Hey, just real quick, I wanted to, as I was editing, I realized that I left some stuff out that I feel like is really important as part of my fitness journey. I remember when I first started and I wanted to make this lifestyle change. I remember looking on the internet a lot. I looked a lot at Instagram and YouTube to try and draw inspiration. One of the profiles that really stuck out to me to this day, this woman is such a huge inspiration to me. And she is, I'm sure a lot of you know her, Melissa Alcantara. She goes by @FitGirlMel. She's an incredible woman. And I don't just mean that because she has a wealth of knowledge behind her, but her transformation, and she's so strong. She's so powerful. I don't know how to describe her. She's just incredible. And I remember when I came across her profile, I was floored. I was like, I need to get my ass in gear. I need to make a change, and I need to just do it. I need to stop talking about doing it, and I need to stop thinking about doing it. Like, I need to just go, because this woman truly, she's a mom, she has a family, like she does it all herself, and it was just so cool. It was so empowering, and I really urge you to take a look at her profile. Her transformation photos are ridiculous, and she is everything, and I cannot thank her more for being such a huge inspiration and making me believe that this was something that I could do. This was a transformation that I could make. And then another person that was super influential, Whitney Simmons. I talked about it briefly in our last video, yet she truly, when I came across her profile, she made weightlifting such an attainable thing. I really never thought that I would be the type of person to be able to do that. I really thought that in order to do weightlifting, you had to have a certain background, or you had to be athletic, or you had to already have a certain type of genetic gift to be able to get those results. And she just made it so that it was like, hey, take it day by day. Like, chill. You like set goals for yourself, but make them attainable. This is a lifestyle. And I'm just so thankful that there are people like those two out there that are pushing this lifestyle and wellness and just all around like fit women for the world to see, because it's such an inspiration. I don't know that I would have had the like kick in the butt or the kick in the pants to get it done. I'm very, very inspired by them, and I didn't want to leave them out of my journey because they were a huge, huge, huge part of my journey. So yeah, back to the rest of the video. Sorry for the interruption.
So I remember when Carolina asked me about the split that she wanted me to create for her, and I knew that she was coming from a dance background, a cardio background, having never lifted before.
Were you scared?
I was not scared. I love working with beginners. So it's the kind of just, I really, really enjoy it, because that's when you see somebody make so much progress, is in those beginning months. And it just brings so much joy to me. So with that being said, I knew that I had to create a split that would be beginner friendly and still challenge her, and also be something that you can keep tailoring for yourself, because a lot of the movements, even though they're basic, they're something that I still incorporate into my program today. So if you are brand new and trying to think of a split for yourself, trust me, we've all been there. We know that it's so challenging. So we are going to put a sample weightlifting split in the description below. So please check it out. Motivation is something that will always come and go. It will never be a constant, and that's okay. It doesn't need to be a constant. You just need to get to a point where it becomes a habit and something that you just do out of discipline, because it's going to make you feel better after you get it done.
When it's new,
Absolutely.
Exciting, it's fresh, you're like, yes, let's kill it. Yeah. But it'll fade after time. It's just like everything else. It just, the excitement fades. There's nothing wrong with it. It just fades. However, if you just make it a routine, if you make it a habit, it'll be like,
it's like brushing your teeth. Like, you don't necessarily always want to brush your teeth, but you know you'll feel better after you do.
Think of a habit that you have, that you do every day, that you don't even think about doing, and you just get it done. And the cool thing about weightlifting and motivation is that, like, once you get in there, you'll feel great. Like, you'll be excited that you're there.
Yeah, and it's cliche and cheesy, but it's so true. You'll only regret the workout that you did not do.
Like, you won't ever leave the gym and be like, man,
why did I come here? And in the very beginning, if you are working up to it, go in for 20 minutes. It doesn't need to be an hour. Go in for 20 minutes, build up to 30, build up to 40, whatever it is. And not every day has to be the same. So if you only have 20, 30 minutes, don't think to yourself, oh, I only have 20 or 30 minutes. It's not worth it. I'm not going to go to the gym. No, still get something in. It's still better than nothing. Not every day is going to feel like, even when you get into the gym, you're not going to be like, okay, today's going to be a great workout. Some days aren't that great, but you still did it, and that's still going to be better than not doing it. And that's how we see progress.
There's not one exercise for every person.
No, absolutely.
If you find that you love walking, you love Orange Theory, F45, CrossFit, there's so many ways that you can exercise. It's just getting yourself to the point of moving. Just move your body, and you'll feel so much better about yourself.
If you are just starting out and weightlifting freaks you out for whatever reason, or you just aren't quite ready to do that, just do something. It could be Zumba, it could be a step class if they still have those, it could be yoga, it could be anything. Just start moving, and that alone is going to start to make you feel better. And then from there, just see where it takes you. We all have a different fitness experience and a fitness journey, and there's not a one-fits-all kind of method here.
And that's what I really, really, really want to stress, is that, like, just try it. Like, step outside of your comfort zone. Take the class you never thought you wanted to take. Just do it for yourself. Try something, because you might fall in love with it, and it'll just completely change your life.
So Carolina actually got mad at me a few months ago because she was like, why didn't you make me do this sooner?
Totally.
And it's not something that you can make somebody else do.
I'm trying to right now.
Yeah, so it makes you feel so good.
When I started, my goal, and I think yours was too, was the physical aspect.
Yeah.
Like we had a physical
usually
goal
how it
in mind.
starts.
Yeah. Most people are like, oh, I want to look a certain way. I have an outfit in mind. I have a body that I want. I remember when I started looking up like different athletes and what they do and all of the weightlifting stuff. I remember reading like it's so much about your mental health, so much that happens that's therapeutic, and that just like cleanses your mind, and it's truly a therapy.
Yeah.
That I remember I rolled my eyes and I was like, yeah, no, they're just saying that because their bodies are rocking, they look bomb, and I was like, whatever.
Right.
So I want to say it was 4 months in that I was like, okay. I was shocked how like going into it, I was like, no, this is me time. Like I'm shutting everyone out for an hour. This is me. I'm gonna challenge myself. Like it's just me.
Self-love time.
Yeah, it was insane. I really I completely 180'd my thought process on that. It was really shocking.
It really does. It brings so much mental clarity in its own way. It's not meditation, but in a way it kind of is, because you can just block everything else out and you're not focusing on anything but your present moment. And that's a hard thing for us to do in our busy lives. And we have so many decisions that we're always making in our head and so many thoughts. And when you are just so super focused on you and your exercise and nothing else, and maybe you have your music on or you like to work out in silence, whatever the case is, it just like, it brings so much clarity and happiness because all that excess BS is just gone. It's refreshing.
It really is. It's just it's crazy, and it's addicting. Yeah. It's really addicting. You'll
in a good way.
In a great way. I mean, it's great for you, but it's like you yearn for that time where you can just shut everything out and just have your time.
If the days get away from me or the day gets away from me and I can't get my workout in, and then the next day comes and it doesn't happen, I start going crazy.
Yeah.
Absolutely crazy. It's like I crave it.
Yeah.
And once I do get it, even if I can only fit 20 minutes in, because some days are truly like that for me, God, I feel like a whole new person.
I've only been doing this for about a year and a half, like consistently. So I have a lot more to go. I'm very excited. I feel like this is definitely a lifestyle at this point. I drive all of my friends crazy by like always saying I'm at the gym.
Except me.
Yeah. She's the only enabler. Goals wise, I want to shred a little bit more. I lost 50 pounds in the last year and a half, and like feeling healthy and feeling fit for me is just like, it's so exciting. Like to be able to see definition in your body that you never were able to see before, or even fathomed that you could have. Like that's the motivator right there. I'm excited to lean out a little bit more. I'm excited to do challenges.
So currently my goals are some body fat loss currently. So I've been weightlifting at least 3 to 5 days a week for like 7+ years now. So I've built a lot of muscle, and I think I naturally had more muscle too, just in my legs mainly, but I'm really happy with the muscle that I have and have maintained, and I just want to shred a little bit. Yeah. And you want to lose weight, lose fat specifically, you start to kind of question what your workouts should look like once you have the muscle mass that you want, which is not something that everybody can understand maybe, because everybody wants to build muscle too. But once you have that muscle, you start to question like, should I stop weightlifting? The answer is no. So let's just stop that right there. The answer is no, but just realize that weightlifting is really important. You might change your rep ranges and stuff like that. And cardio is also super important. But more importantly, you could keep everything roughly the same, and it really comes down to nutrition. So
it always comes down to nutrition.
It always comes down to nutrition. And that can be the hardest part. It's so easy for us to wrap our heads around getting in an exercise 3 to 5, 6 days a week, but paying attention to every single meal, every single snack, every single drink, everything that we put into our bodies, that's the part that is really hard to maintain motivation, I think, too, because it's so constant and the cravings come and, you know, outings and social things, and
You just got to stick to your goal.
so that's what we're both focusing on currently.
Yeah.
It's also always good to have a buddy that you can kind of like keep you motivated and keep you accountable, and
Accountability is huge.
It
and
is.
Even if you don't have a buddy, you can hold yourself accountable. You have to find creative ways to do it if you don't have a buddy.
yeah. Okay, so from here we're going to segue into some frequently asked questions about starting a fitness journey.
Yeah, we thought this would be interesting considering we have someone that's done this 7+ years and then someone that's new to the whole weightlifting thing. So we thought it would be a good, different perspective.
Okay, so the first question is, which is better for weight loss, strength or cardio?
I feel like a year and a half ago I would have said cardio. You absolutely lose weight resistance training, like strength training. If you want to supplement that with cardio, or more specifically high intensity interval training, HIIT workout, help you blast fat, but you can absolutely lose fat weightlifting.
Yeah, so okay, here's the key word, is that the question is for weight loss. So in terms of weight loss alone, that could mean losing muscle. And if you don't care about losing muscle, then obviously cardio is the only way to go on that, because weight training is going to help you maintain your muscle mass, if not help you build it. But please don't think it's going to make you bulky as a female, because it's so hard to get bulky. I swear, it is so hard. You have to eat so much food and you have to lift so much weight so frequently that most of us just don't have the ability to do that. You know, it takes so much dedication. So in terms of fat loss, it's going to be so much better to maintain a strength training program, because the more muscle you build, the more calories you're going to be burning at rest, doing absolutely nothing. So you don't need to have a ton of muscle on your body, but if you lose 5 pounds of fat, which is a lot, and if you gain 5 pounds of muscle, you're going to look 4 dress sizes smaller and be burning so many more calories, and your weight will be the same. So please don't get hung up too much on actual weight.
And just another note to that, as a weightlifting beginner, you're bound to lose more body fat around the muscle that you're building, just naturally as a beginner, because you have a lot of fat to lose off your body, so you'll naturally start to get that definition.
Yeah, and your body is not, has never done it before, and so it starts to just like freak out, and it's like, whoa, what's happening? And that's when the most change happens. So just lean into that and just keep going.
Yeah.
Both are so important.
Yeah. The cardiovascular health is very important. So if for no other reason, just do it for your heart health.
Yes, absolutely. Our next question is, how do you start weightlifting in the weightlifting room when you're so intimidated?
I remember the first time I went into the weightlifting room at my gym, and it's a small one. It was all guys, different ages. And I remember I was like, oh my, everyone is looking at me like I don't know what I'm doing. And at the time I really didn't. So they weren't wrong. It was very, very intimidating. However, the old saying, fake it till you make it, could not be more true here. Seriously. You'll realize that literally no one is looking at you.
Yeah. Well, and even if they are, don't pay them any mind. Most of the people that are in the weightlifting room coming from a personal trainer, they don't know what they're doing either. If you're gonna be watching videos or taking notes from people, make sure that they're doing things properly, because you don't wanna be in there doing something wrong yourself. And with that being said, if you're in a gym and you're like a new member, or a lot of gyms have this as an option when you first join, and even if you haven't just joined, there's a personal trainer that can take you through the equipment to show you how to use it, so that you know what you're doing from that point forward. Even if you don't want to pay for a personal trainer or anything like that, just so that you feel more confident using the machinery. And that's it. don't worry about anybody else in the weight room. You're doing this for you. Everybody else is just there for them anyways. So focus on yourself.
Okay, so the next question is one that I still struggle with, which is, how do you know when to up the weight?
So for many of us that have a specific program and schedule that we're sticking to, you'll know because you're trying to hit a specific rep range, right? So a lot of us maybe are trying to hit 12 to 15 reps or 15 to 20 reps. When you're hitting those reps, you want to feel a struggle within the last two, but not that you're going to failure. Just like, okay, I did this one, that was my last one. I probably could have done 2 to 3 more before totally burning out. So when you can comfortably get to that number and you're like, oh, I could have done 5 to 10 more easily, that's when it's time to up the weight. Okay, so if you're working in a lower rep range, like you're doing 8 to 10, if you know like, oh, I could have easily done 12 to 15 just now, try upping it and seeing. And sometimes it's just trial and error. So just experiment, you know, there's no harm in just trying out the next weight up and seeing what you can get. And if you can hit all 3 sets with that weight, then there you go. You've just progressed to the new weight.
And you'll actually be probably pleasantly surprised.
The worst thing is getting stuck at a specific weight and then like you stop seeing progress. You hit this maintenance in this plateau, and we don't want to hit a plateau. We want to keep progressing. And progress will look different in every phase of your journey. But if the goal right now for you is to increase your weights, then you have to just try it.
Okay, so the next question is also really popular. Do you need a personal trainer?
So me as a personal trainer, I'm going to answer this question, and it might surprise you that I'm going to say, no, you don't need a personal trainer. But personal trainers definitely have a really important role. So one, if you don't have accountability, they're huge for that. 2, if you feel like such a goof in the gym and you have no idea what you're doing, or like you've been that person that goes to a group exercise class and feel like your form is just terrible and you just need more guidance, get a personal trainer. If you can financially afford that, because it's, you know, it's kind of more of a luxury to have, just try it, because I think you'll be surprised. You learn a lot. Personal trainers, and not every personal trainer is created equal by any means. So if you do decide to hire one, look into their certifications, make sure they have, you know, an accredited certification, and learn more about their background. But they can just be really knowledgeable about different exercises and things that are going to help you specifically, whatever your goals are. If you need help with balance or core strength, or are coming out of a pregnancy or just got pregnant, whatever the case may be, they are very knowledgeable about that stuff. If you are just, you know, 20s, 30s, even 40s, but super healthy and have, you know, dabbled in different exercises but just haven't stuck to anything, you don't necessarily need one. It's just, it's a nice option to have if you decide you want one. But no, you don't need one.
I feel like you have to kind of just be honest with yourself, just truly honest with yourself, and say like, okay, can I go to the gym by myself 3 days a week or whatever the case may be, and really push myself, like really challenge myself and not wuss out on, you know,
right,
not challenging your weight.
Not just going through the motions.
Yeah.
Which is what a lot of people do.
If you feel like you cannot do that, then absolutely get a trainer. Have them kick your butt in the gym.
Because they will.
Yeah.
And you'll see progress much faster than if you're just going to go through the motions on your own.
And to the financial point, because a lot of people are going to say like, oh, I can't afford them, they're so expensive. It's like, that's true. But a lot of commercial gyms give you at least one free personal training session. And at least you can get like all of your questions asked at that time.
They also have promotions all the time for personal training at those big commercial gyms too. When you're with the trainer, stay super focused, ask them as many questions as you can think, pick their brain, and really pay attention to the form that they are correcting on you and different exercises that they're doing with you. It's gonna help you in the long run, so just stay focused. Okay, so our very last question for this video is, do you need to be in a gym to work out?
No, you do not need to have a gym. Now, this also is gonna be kind of a trial and error thing. If you have never been to a gym, try it out. A lot of gyms give you 1 day pass, 1 week pass, whatever, to be completely free. So you can try out the facility. I personally love it. I love going to the gym. I just love it. It disconnects me from home life, and it makes me, I feel more accountable than if I were to work out at home. I have worked out at home in the past, and I just don't find I get enough of a challenge. So I personally love the gym, but no, there are so many home workouts, and we'll do a home workout video on our channel, so you can have that also for a frame of reference. And then there are a ton of athletes on Instagram that have a bunch of home workouts that you can do too.
Yeah, so with that being said, I actually do work out at home sometimes, because once again, sometimes I only have like 20 minutes and I'm gonna make the most of it because driving to the gym is too much for me. But what I actually really love doing is getting maybe 1 to 2 cardio sessions a week going outdoors. So I'll go for runs, trails around my house, or we are blessed to live so close to the beach. I'll go run stairs on the beach, go for a walk on the beach. I do stuff like that. But yeah, you can absolutely work out outdoors in so many capacities.
There is absolutely no excuse. You can literally work out anywhere and get such a good session in.
Yeah.
All right, guys, that's it for this video. We hope you really enjoyed it. It's a different Foodie Friday. It's more food for thought, but we really wanted to get in front of the camera and just kind of talk about our background and why we love what we're doing so much and what inspired us to create this channel too. In a future video, we will go into the nutrition and diet aspect of it. As you know, we do have different diets and kind of what we do, how we eat. We'll show you a full day of eating for us too. So yeah, we're just excited for the future videos.
Yes, so with that being said, for future videos, please leave us comments down below if there's anything else fitness journey related that you guys want us to talk about in another one, or if you have any other questions about our fitness journey.
As always, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel.
Thank you so much for watching. Bye, guys. Is it on? It is on. Just check. What else? Is that it?
Yes.
I'm so proud of us. I thought it was so good. Wow.
Yep. 17 years.
I think we're gonna nail it.
Yeah.
Just, use that mental camera you have in your head, okay? Yeah, so if you
She tried so hard. Okay. You just tried so hard there.
Okay. Maybe a one and done. What? We're really dark in the... Oh. So I don't know if it was just because we hadn't moved. Okay.
Don't look at the viewfinder.
Oh shit.
Oh
I'm just, that's all I'm looking. Hey. Okay. Oh, because I know what to say.
Oh, okay, then you go.
Okay. He's so big. He's like a kangaroo. He's just on 2. Well, I'm sure you're on 3. It's just huge. But okay.
Listen, I killed it.
I know you just. Oh, what are we at? 28. Okay. I don't think there's gonna be that many bloopers.
I know this one's really not